Welcome back, it's Melanie, a She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the amazing Lakeside collection from Bella Blvd. I bought this, it must have been like September, and wanted to dig in. And then of course, come October, I think it was, I did all fall layouts. And so this kind of got pushed to the backside, but I was so excited to create with it again. So I am doing a layout that I kind of have done in the past, I think, where I do different strips of paper across the page and then almost make like a pyramid going up. So they are different widths and different lengths. And what I decided to do, the way that I picked my papers, the photos are going to be fishing papers. And so I was looking, or the pictures are fishing photos. So I was looking at the papers. My goodness, I am just all sorts of confused right now. But there was a fish paper, a water paper, and a tree paper. And I just thought it was kind of cool to stack them in that order, like an actual scene, I guess. You know, the fish would be in the water, and then I have the water, and then I have the trees on top. And so that's why I chose the papers that I did. I did want that top, the tree paper, to be quite large, so that I kind of wanted to frame my photos. And so that is how I kind of picked the width and length of that paper, at least. So I just decided to back my photos two on the same piece of paper for the first page and the second page. These photos are from a trip to Canada this past summer. And my son and my uncle took my oldest out fishing, and they were gone for hours. Never even got a bite, I don't think. But that kid loves to fish and just had the time of his life. And they took like a ranger back to the lake. And so the last picture on page 2, that is on their way home. My son just passed out in between them. And yeah, was just exhausted from hours of fishing. So with the collection, I bought 2 of the ephemera packs, and let me tell you, there are so many pieces of ephemera in each of the packs, like more than I think I've ever had in any pack. So I'm going through one of the packs right here, trying to figure out what I want to use. I thought I wanted to use that tag on page 1. It says on lake time. I actually don't end up using it because it wasn't large enough, I didn't feel like, over on where I have it right now. Now going through the second ephemera pack, I just wanted to pick out any and all kind of fishing ephemera. And so there's a tackle box, there's fish, there's just anything you can imagine, which I absolutely love this collection for, because like I said, my oldest is obsessed with fishing, and I have so many fishing photos. It was nice to find a cute fishing collection. So once I go through the ephemera pack, it's kind of trying to figure out where I want to embellish and what I want to use. I also bought I don't know what they're called, but they pop up off the page. And so there was a little bear that's holding his fish, his catch of the day. And so I knew I wanted to incorporate that on this layout. And so I decided to commit to my photo placement so I can kind of then commit to my embellishing. So I am going to just line my photos up in the middle kind of the tree paper there so that I can continue embellishing. Again, there's that like 3D bear there, and I just kind of wanted to make a scene. I thought it would be cute with those cattails there to add the bear. I kind of use that for a smaller, I guess, embellishment cluster, or at least start there and add to it. I knew I wanted to add tags to the top right, so anything that I kind of knew I wanted to use is what I kind of committed to first. This bottom right cluster though might be my favorite. It ends up being quite a large cluster, and it's not done with yet. I add to it, and I honestly really enjoy that embellishment cluster in the bottom right. I don't always kind of have big embellishment clusters, but when I do, when I have the pieces and they work so well together, it just makes my heart happy. So my title comes off of the 12 by 12 chipboard sheet. And I was going to like split it in half, but decided that I just liked the I love it on page 1 and then the here on page 2. It evened itself out a little bit more than just having the I and the heart on page 1. It's not so lopsided. I did have a flare, actually a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio that I added. The one I added to the cluster with the bear, it says eat, sleep, fish, repeat, I think. And then I tucked one underneath the phrase ephemera on page 2 there, and it's a bobber, and I just thought it was so cute and that matched with that bright red color. So I committed to that bottom right cluster. Again, it's still not done. I do add more to it, but then wanted to commit to that top, kind of those flags at the top as well. And I had one of those 3D fish from the pack with the bear, and so I added that to the cluster at the top, just because I wanted to kind of use them up. I didn't want to have to store them again. That I did, and I did like that it wasn't just the bear. There were extra things on the pack with the bear. So that was nice. It kind of, they used all of like the packaging and gave you, I think, more for your money. It's at least what it felt like. So now that I'm committed there, it's just kind of finalizing what I want to use. I liked that phrase sticker, so I added that to the bottom of page 1, and then I'll do my journaling down there as well. Those are the journaling strips from Close to My Heart. I like those because I can customize them to the length, and they pop off, you know, that busy pattern paper. I can now embellish on it using those strips. I did add a tab, or I'm going to add a tab, I believe, up to the top left. That is going to, I think, be my last cluster. I do actually add a dragonfly, I believe, after the video. I think there's a picture of it. I was packing up and I saw that dragonfly and it just fit in a space so well in that top left cluster. So you'll have to keep your eye out at the end for the close-up of that cluster. So now just really trying to figure out what to use. There's another flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. It's like a sign that says Gone Fishing, which I thought was really cute. I did add some like waves to the fish paper on that larger cluster on page 2, along with a fish that, one of those 3D fish as well. So you can't see it very well probably from up here, but when you see the layout, you can tell that it's 3D and it sticks up a little bit. And in the close-up, you can see it as well. Thought that the net with the fish just was super cute and helped kind of round out that corner of that picture on page 2, or page 1, sorry, that kind of finished that cluster off perfectly. And now I'm trying to finish off that 3D pack that the bear came on, I think, by adding some fish kind of around my journaling there. There's the fish and there's kind of the water droplets. So that I did add down to the journaling. I think I have one more fish that I didn't use, and maybe if I add more of the journaling strips, I will add one kind of down there as well and finish off that pack. But there's that dragonfly in that cluster. I just thought it was super cute where I placed it in that cluster. But that is going to finish off this layout. I will link this collection down below for you guys if you are interested. I think it's a great summertime collection. We spent so much time at the lake, so it was absolutely perfect for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.